So welcome. We will start seated today, but as always, just have as many props as you want throughout the practice. Seated, and we'll start with a little bit of breath work. I think I'll keep this on the side here. Let's take your comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. Want to prop yourself up. And I don't know if you knew, but we have a full moon tonight. It actually, I think, was supposed to hit at I thought it was 5 p.m. my time, so 6 p.m. your time. So really, we're like in the midst of it now, like when it reached its peak. But it was beautiful already, the moon last night. It looked full. So hopefully tonight after our class, you might be able to get a glance at it and maybe absorb some of that full moon energy. Full moon in Aries, the sign of Aries, and Aries is a fire sign. So it's known to be like a fiery moon energy. But it's been talked about that this moon is a very healing moon too. So I'm like, yes, come on, heal me, heal me. I just wanted to read this one thing that it said. Aries is all about now, and this full moon is about emerging into being here now. The universe supports you in surprising ways. Prosperity blooms in harmony, not conflict. You are a powerful creator. You can change the outcome through the power of your intention. So be clear and open to super fast progress, and may this full moon awaken you to the highest version of yourself. So I really liked that. So it's just nice to have little things that can help give us a little intention to think about when we have these nice energies going around us. So we will start out with a breath practice that's actually just very balancing for both our masculine and feminine energies within us. So we can really cultivate the strength and power and that manifesting power of the masculine energy and the sun energy, but then really tap into that moon energy too, our feminine side, and the more calming and receptive and compassionate side. Having that perfect blend of two, which is really what we want to embody, so we're not too dominant in one or the other. And also this breath is also very just balancing, centering, grounding, and calming. So we'll get to that in a bit. For now, just find your tall, comfortable seat. Allow your eyes to close. Your hands can be resting wherever you feel comfortable. If you have a mudra or a hand placement you work with, feel free. Just some options could be if the palms are pressed down on your thighs, you might feel a little more connected to your body and feeling a sense of grounding, maybe connecting to earth. If palms are up, you might feel a little more open to receive, a little more energetic. Palms could be resting in the lap or anywhere else. So just maybe even try out a couple and see what feels best. And then commit to a place of stillness. Finding that stillness within your physical body, within this seat that you're taking, and already making that intention to be here now. So also, whatever is occupying your mind, when our mind is drawing us elsewhere, then we're not fully present, not fully here and now. So thinking past, thinking forward, replaying, it's taking us elsewhere. So disconnect, disengage from that active mind, and really allow your attention to get focused inward now, connecting to the body, to really just being right here. And to help with that, just start to bring your focus on your breath. Taking a few moments just to really feel that you're getting calm, quiet, and settled into this moment. Just start to slow the breath down a little bit. Tune in deeply to the breath by really following your inhale as it moves up the body, and your exhale as it moves back down the body. And just some gentle breaths in and out of the nose, each time seeing if you can gradually increase the length of your inhale and exhale. Starting to develop just an equal length and rhythm between the two. And already starting to feel this sense of centering and grounding as that breath moves right up the central channel of our spine, which is called the Sushumna, which helps us to just allow all the energies within our body to come to that center point of focus. And then thinking about if you were to actually be that highest potential of yourself, what does that feel like to you? What does that look like to you? having that vision of who that person is and knowing that it's already within us, but sometimes we just get distracted by external things or that ego mind, fears, anxieties, insecurities. So really rising up into that highest version of ourself that exists within us. And that is the ability to really just take charge of our life, to be the co-creator of our life, but to also always stay in a space of peace and love and connected to our hearts rather than what that ego-driven mind brings. And so sometimes it takes a little fire. We can be on the opposite spectrum where we don't have enough oomph. So we want to cultivate that. But again, if we get too much of it, then we can be drawn to the other side and overdo things or do things with the wrong intention. So our breath practice today will be an alternate nostril breath practice, which really, again, is just going to balance both the energies of the body right into the center. So we'll be using the right hand to alternate between blocking off each nostril when we switch inhale and exhale. Your left hand can remain in any placement you want that's comfortable and relaxed, so your whole body's relaxed. So we'll use the right thumb to block off the right nostril. Now, the other fingers could just curl in towards your inner hand there, or maybe the middle and index finger could press at the forehead, creating a little support and connecting to third eye more. You can choose what feels best for you. And then you'll use the right ring finger to block the left nostril when we switch. So starting with the right nostril, we take a nice slow inhale through the left nostril. A brief little pause at the top as you block off the left nostril and then slowly exhale out the right. And now we always stay at the same side as we inhale. So inhale right. And again, pausing the breath as you switch to block the right and exhale left. Stay as you inhale through the left side. Switch and exhale out the right. Start to develop a longer, slower, more fluid movement of the breath. Very slow breath, as slowly as you can. Inhaling right, drawing that breath all the way up. When you pause and switch, feel that that energy is centered right there at the higher mind and the brain there, and then exhaling out the left. Again, we inhale through the left. And we exhale out the right. Keep going now. Again, always stay on the same side as you inhale. And you switch as you exhale. So finding your own rhythm. And again, I really invite you to slow it down. So that's helping to bring us this calming effect. But at the same time, we're stimulating that kind of that fiery side of the masculine side, the right, with the calming side, feminine side of our left. Sun and moon energies balancing. So we're creating that, what we need to become that perfect balance. The attention is fully engaged on feeling this breath as it moves between the sides, and even feeling the pauses right there up at the top of the, or at the forehead there between the eyes, the third eye point, as we take that pause and we hold that tiny moment of elevation up there. And then just move through one more complete round of this breath. Making sure that last exhale is out of the left side, and once you've completed, you can just rest both hands back down in whatever hand placement you're in, and just returning to a few rounds of just an equal breath in and out of the nose. Eyes closed, still fully internal engaged. And now seeing if you can just feel that nice balanced energy here. The balance of both sides coming together, and again creating this centering and calming. Nice. Go ahead and open up your eyes. So at any point, if you want to remove your cushions, you can, or stay as you are. And we are going to get moving into some postures now. So start with the arms open, making a little V shape, fingertips touching the ground. And really pull up tall through the spine and the chest. Good. And then as you inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead, nice and slow with the breath. And as you exhale, take a bend to the right, placing right hand to the ground, reaching the left arm across. And we're already creating this crescent half moon shape, opening up the left side of the body here. Now relax right ear to right shoulder, relax the whole body here, and take some deep, deep breaths. As big as you can breathe, so that breath is helping to move the energy through the body, the prana, opening up, clearing out. Focus tonight on not stressing or overdoing anything, but on just relaxing. And one more breath over here. Pushing off that right hand, inhale, rise up, both arms to ceiling. And exhale, switch over to the left. Placing left hand to the ground and moving the right arm across until you feel nice, deep side bend here. Using that left hand to support, and then softening everything you can soften here. Steady, fluid, deep breaths. Good. We'll take one more breath here. And pushing off that left hand, inhale, rise back up with both arms. And as you exhale, bring the hands down through the center, pressing the palms together. And we're going to move right into a forward fold. So if you want to come off cushion, feel free, or stay there. If instead you want to use any support, pillows or cushions underneath your chest or head or elbows, if that offers you a little more comfortable place to be, feel free. Moving the spine forward, stretching out long, but keeping the hips grounded, and then relaxing through the neck and the jaw, maintaining your deep breaths, and just fully observing where you're feeling this in your body. Just allowing the breath to move into any areas where you're feeling tension, discomfort, restricted, and helping to breathe to open up more. Keeping that steady, consistent breath, the mind engaged. So really practicing staying present. If we practice in our yoga class to find that present moment, then we can start to bring that more into our everyday life, even when we're not on our mat. Good. One more breath here. And then go ahead and walk your hands back in, lifting your body up. And now we're going to open our legs to just a narrow little V. So not super wide. Maybe like if you're on a mat, might be the edges of the mat here. And then bending the right knee, so placing the right foot on the inner left thigh here. So again, making sure left leg is on a slight angle, or if you want to open it wider, that will be your choice here. Sweeping the arms up as you take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to rotate towards your left leg and then bend forward, reaching towards your toes, your ankle, your calf, whatever you can grab. Now, if your hands don't quite meet or you feel like your body's far back, you could try bending your left knee, and that might enable you to actually bring the body closer to the leg, get more of a stretch in the spine. You could also use a strap or something to grab your foot. And then with this one, we want to tuck our chin into chest and start to bring the forehead towards the bottom knee. This Janu Shirshasana helps to stimulate our throat when we tuck the chin in like this, so getting more benefits beyond just the stretch. Deep, deep breaths, and continue trying to pull your right side body towards your left leg. Relaxing through the right hip and right knee. Steady breath. Stay with it. Keep utilizing the breath, and anytime the mind wanders away, just keep bringing yourself back right here and now. See if you can let your body let go and release, possibly moving deeper or finding a little more comfort. One more breath here. Slowly lift your body back up, and we'll switch it out. So extend that right leg out. If you need to give that knee a little shake first, do so. We'll switch to the other side by bending left knee, placing the foot at the inner thigh. And just find a comfortable bend for that knee if you have any knee issues there. Tall spine to start. We sweep the arms up, take a breath in, and as you exhale, you rotate towards the right leg and then bend forward for this Janu Shirshasana. Reaching towards foot, you can always bend the right knee in order to grab a little better, or use some assistance of a strap or something. Again, we're tucking chin into chest, trying to bring forehead towards the knee, and at the same time trying to pull the left side of your body towards your right leg. So we're creating that deep stretch all the way through the left side. Steady breath here. Again, focusing on relaxing, letting go. Letting go of trying to control or force things, but practicing more of allowing, accepting things as they are. Relax the jaw, relax the neck. All right, one more breath. And then slowly lift up. Go ahead and extend your left leg out again. Give that knee a little shake out. And now we're going to open up wider, if you've got it in you, as wide as your body allows, so you feel a nice stretch in the inner thighs, inner groin area. Again, bending the knees might actually allow you to come forward a little more, so feel free to do that. And then just come forward any amount. If you're not able to come forward, you could just stay right here if that's a good enough stretch, or allow yourself to come forward as much as you can. You can always grab props if it helps you to prop your elbows up on something, or maybe the head or chest can be on a cushion. And then again, just allowing the breath to continue flowing. Continue deep, deep breathing here. Many people have been finding that just as normal beings, how we live our life, that we don't breathe properly. We don't breathe to our fullest capacity normally. That's why yoga is so good, but we need to learn how to be able to breathe deeper more often, really fully oxygenate ourselves, and that allows us to move through if we get blocks in our body, whether they're physical or emotional stuff. That breath is what's going to help move stuff through. And seeing that with each breath, can you relax just a little more? Let go of whatever you want to release from. Three more breaths. Stay with it. All right, go ahead and walk yourself back up, and then we'll gently bring the legs back together, and then bend your knees and sweep yourself around onto hands and knees into your tabletop position. So in tabletop, we're lining the hands under the shoulders with the fingers spread apart a bit. The knees are separated about hip distance apart. Start with your gaze right down at the mat between the hands and really just feel for a moment this nice length of spine and that same length through your neck, out the crown of your head. A gentle pressing down through the arms to pull the chest in, and just feeling a little hold, a little pull in of the low belly as support, nothing too strong either. And just stay here for one more breath. And we'll begin moving our spine a bit. Inhaling, lift the chest, let the belly and the low back sway. And then exhaling into a cow, tucking the belly, tucking the chin, into a cat, rounding the spine deeply. And now moving back to cow as you inhale, opening chest, swaying the low back. And exhaling into the deep curl, drawing that navel in as you round the spine. And now keep going. We're breathing in and out of the nose, matching the movements here. And again, see if you can slow down tonight. So find longer, deeper breaths and match your movements. So especially if we tend to be at a fast pace or multitasking all the time, or the mind is just running, it's very beneficial to find that counter, which is the yin to the yang within us. And let's just move through one more set. And once you've completed that full set, you'll come right back to your neutral spine. And then you'll open the right arm up to the ceiling. If that's too much for shoulders, you can keep the right hand on the hip. You want to press down through that bottom arm and see how much you can open up your chest. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, thread the needle, sweep the right arm all the way under until you can rest down on the shoulder and the side of the head. Then it might feel good just to keep the left hand where it's at, pressing into the ground, trying to open up that top shoulder more. Or you could reach the left arm up to the ceiling and then bend the elbow and wrap your arm around your back, reaching towards the opposite hip. And then just breathing here, so feeling the stretch in the bottom shoulder, but also opening up through top shoulder and spine. A little more restricted in this posture for the breath, but see by slowing down, getting a little softer with your breath, if you can still find the fullness here. Let's do one more breath. Release your left hand back down and then open the right arm to the ceiling again, taking a deep inhale as you open up. As you exhale, release the right hand down. We'll switch to the other side, opening left arm. Take a little pause. Again, try to widen the chest as much as you can, even if the hand is on the hip. A deep breath in. And then exhale, thread the needle. Move your left arm under your body as far as you can, drawing that left shoulder under. Rest down on the side of the head. And then you choose what you'd like to do with the right hand. Can remain as it is or wrap up and around your back into this half bind. And then you're in control of how much you're increasing the intensity of this, and how much you're going to continue opening up and allowing the breath just to flow, steady and consistent. One more breath here. Release the right hand back down, unwind and open the left arm back up. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release the left hand. We're going to move into our puppy dog, Anahatasana. Hips stay as they are, walking just the arms and upper body forward, getting deeper into the chest and shoulder opening here. So if you need any support, you can use a pillow underneath the head or the chest, or you can keep a slight bend of the elbows as needed. Otherwise, really extending arms forward and allowing forehead to connect possibly to the mat, and then just softening into that heart space here and into the front of the shoulders. Deep, deep breaths. Good. One more breath here. And then slowly walk your hands back in, pressing back up onto hands and knees into tabletop position. Bring some strength and support back into the hands and the fingertips. We'll tuck the toes under and stretch out into a downward facing dog tonight. So starting to move the hips back as much as you can, the chest back by stretching into arms, driving the heels towards the edge of your mat, but you can always keep a slight bend of the knees as needed here. Relax your neck completely, maybe shake it around a couple times, and just take some deep breaths here. And let's just hold the stillness and the posture for tonight and really just allow the breath to move through the body, creating this deeper opening. One more deep breath. And then go ahead and walk your feet to the top of the mat. Come into a standing forward fold. Let's keep feet hip distance apart. Reach over and grab your elbows to hang into a rag doll. So bend the knees any amount. If your body's fairly high up, by bending the knees, you might get a little lower, helping to release the low back more. If it's okay to keep the legs straight, then feel free to explore that. Let the head and the neck relax at the bottom. If it feels nice here, maybe some gentle sways side to side. Again, everything nice and slow though. Slow breath. Any movements you're taking are slow. And one more round of breath here. And then go ahead and release the arms again, taking a little deeper bend to the knees. Tuck the chin inward and slowly roll up through your spine, one vertebra at a time. Once you're standing, let's roll our shoulders up and back 3 times. Nice big shoulder rolls. Just feeling a little more loosening and opening up there. And then we'll finish by pressing the hands right at the heart center, elbows open wide. Your feet can be apart as they are or together, whatever stance you prefer, whatever makes you feel more stable and grounded. All right, let's take one deep breath in and one deep breath out. Sweep your arms up overhead. You're going to grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. As you take an inhale, give a little pull through that left side, and as you exhale, bend to the right. So you're pulling the left arm across the body, any amount that serves you here, keeping equal weight in both feet, so legs are strong, navel is in. Try to keep left shoulder drawn back, and just feel the breath here. So again, creating this nice crescent moon shape to open up. One more breath, relaxing the neck here. And then lift the body back up. Switch it out. Grab the right wrist with left hand. As you take a breath in, try to pull a little taller on that right side. And exhale, bend to the left. Gently pulling right arm across till you find a nice stretch here. Again, legs are nice and strong, feeling rooted and grounded, stable, as you start to open more through the upper body. One more breath. And then bring the body back up. Separate the hands. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, reach the hands behind now, and you'll interlace your fingers together behind the back. And again, you can always grab a strap or a towel if that assists you a little better. Start to pull your hands away from your back any amount that you can, drawing the shoulder blades together and lifting up through the chest. Stretching the arms any amount, again, without overdoing it. Now, as you keep the chest lifted, draw your chin down into your chest, and we'll feel deeper stretch into the back of the neck, those trapezius muscles as well. Keep breathing here. And you're increasing at your own rate. So you might continue moving the arms back, drawing the chin down, or staying as you are. And then keeping the chin drawn down to the chest, just slowly tilt your left ear to left shoulder. You should feel that a little more on the right side of the neck. Keep breathing. Try to keep your jaw relaxed. And then bringing the chin back down through center and moving to the other side, bringing right ear to right shoulder and just feeling the left side of the neck. Arms might be feeling fatigued. See if you can just stay with it a little bit more. Use the breath. Bring your chin back to center. Now lift the head up. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we'll come back to a forward fold. Now, if you like the bind, you can keep the bind in the forward fold. If it's too much, go ahead and release the hands back down. If you've got that bind, arms are moving up overhead. Chest is coming low. Relax your neck and your jaw. I cannot fold forward right now. Do your best to relax. Breathe. One more breath. And then go ahead and release the arms. Relax the shoulders. Relax the whole body. As you inhale, press yourself halfway up to take a long, flat back, pressing against the legs. And then as you exhale, release your hands down to the mat. We're going to step the left leg all the way back and lower the left knee down, coming into a nice deep lunge. Feel free to put any cushion underneath your left knee that offers you a little more support. Good. Now options are to place your hands on your thigh. If this feels good, you can press against your thigh to try to lift your chest up more and possibly sink the hips deeper. If you'd like, you can even reach the arms up. You might even come to steeple grip and work towards back bend. Otherwise, the hands on the thigh is a nice support to help keep the body up if this is challenging. Keep breathing here and see how much you can soften into the hips, allowing the hips to open up. Rather than holding tension, breathe it out. Keep your full attention on the breath right now. You've got it. 3 more breaths. Stay with it. Use the breath. Distract what you're feeling by breathing deeper. Last big breath in. As you exhale, we'll release the hands back down to the mat, and then you're going to wiggle your right foot to the outside edge of your mat. So both hands are inside the right foot, possibly sinking the hips a little more forward. You might be able to move your left knee farther back to do so. You're welcome to stay right here if this feels like enough. If you want to get deeper, you might bring elbows to the ground, or there might be an in-between place on a pillow. If you want to explore another option of that front leg, you might turn your right toes out to the side a bit, letting the right knee fall open. That'll get that outer hip a little more. That doesn't feel good. Just stay with what does. This runner's lunge here, just breathing deeply. Again, continue to soften into the hips. Open up here. We release a lot when we get into our hips, so allow that release to happen. Stay with it for 3 more breaths. And then go ahead and press yourself back up, lifting the upper body. We're going to keep the hands inside the right leg, but start to shift the hips back until we can straighten that right leg. But our right leg is going to be on a slight angle as it is, so both hands inside the right leg for this half split. Now, if you have some pillows, blocks, or anything that you want to prop your hands up, if that assists you, feel free to take those. Otherwise, if you move your body farther forward, you might feel more intensity if that is what your body's allowing. Relax your neck and jaw, and you could also keep the right toes rotated to the right, and that you might feel that more in the outer leg. This can be a pretty intense one, so make sure that you're breathing deeply through it. That will help release that intensity. Also keep the mind present and engaged on the breath rather than what you're feeling. Soft jaw, soft neck. Stay with it. 3 more breaths here. Deep, deep breaths. All right, nice. Go ahead and walk your hands back in, lifting the upper body up. We'll re-bend the front knee, but then move your right foot back in between your hands. Gonna tuck those back toes under, lift up the back knee, and then pushing off the back foot, come into a forward fold at the top of the mat. Resetting the spine, inhale, come up to that halfway lift, nice long spine. And then exhale, release the hands forward, and this time stepping the right leg back, lowering the right knee down to the mat. And again, place any cushion under the knee that you may want. The left foot is in between the hands as we start out. Sink the hips low, and then you can either prop your hands up on your thigh and use that support to keep the chest pulled up, or maybe the arms are up. You can take a steeple grip and even move towards a back bend. Deep, deep breaths here, lifting up through the chest, but allowing the hips to sink and soften and open up. And it doesn't matter what your posture looks like, as long as you're allowing the posture to bring an opening into your body. Getting into those hips right now. Developing the breath. 3 more breaths, stay with it. And then a deep inhale. And exhale, release your hands back down to the mat. And then we shift our right foot to the outside edge of the mat now. Our left foot, left foot to the outside edge of the mat. So both hands come inside that left foot. Moving into this runner's lunge. So again, allow the hips to move forward as much as you can. You can even scooch that right knee farther back. And you might stay exactly like this, pressed on hands, or if you can come down to elbows, do so. Maybe there's a pillow under the forearms. Possibly turning the left toes out to the side a bit and letting that left knee open. Not necessary at all, only if that feels good. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Maybe even close the eyes and just keeping your attention on the breath. Stay with it. 3 more big breaths. Again, let those hips open up, freeing, releasing anything you need to free from. All right, go ahead and press back up, lifting the body. We keep that left foot outside of our hands as we shift our hips back now and straighten just the left leg into this half split version. So again, if you have something you can put your hands on that brings you higher, do so. If you're able to go lower, just go as low as you want. Maybe keeping the toes out to the left if you want to feel the outer leg a bit more. Again, try not to overdo it. Deep, slow breaths, helping to move out tension. Soften and relax. Especially the neck and the jaw. We've got 3 more breaths. All right, go ahead and walk your hands in, lift your body back up, rebend the front knee, but then wiggle your left foot back in between your hands. Tuck your back toes to lift your knee off the ground and then step back into your forward fold at the top of the mat. So you inhale, come back up to that flat back. And now as you exhale, we're going to plant the hands and step right back into our downward facing dog. Stretch the arms out, stretch the legs out. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Drop down to your knees and come to a seat. You'll extend your legs straight out in front of you and scoot your feet all the way to the top of the mat. Give yourself a couple rocks side to side so you really feel your sits bones equal there. Have any cushions or props handy if you might want to use them, a strap maybe. We're going to inhale, arms up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, we'll reach forward towards our feet again, coming into this forward fold. Strap can be used on the feet. Knees can be bent to help pull the body a little more forward. Relax the neck and jaw. And again, just nice, steady breathing here. One more breath here. Good. And then lift your body back up. And we're just going to roll down onto the back. If you want to make this a little core control, you can slowly curl down. Otherwise, just go down on your back however you like. Once you're on your back, let's draw both knees into the chest and wrap your arms around your knees. Keep the head down, shoulders down, and try to press your low back into the ground. Couple little rocks side to side, just feeling that length of spine and a little massage to the low back area. And we'll all take a figure 4 to tonight's class. So bring the right heel on top of your left thigh, opening up that right knee. If it's enough to just have the left foot down and rest here, stay there. Or reach under the left thigh with both hands and start to pull your left knee towards your chest. But as you're pulling the left knee towards your chest, at the same time, try to press the low back towards the ground. So that counter action is going to really get into the outer right hip. Keep the head down, shoulders relaxed, and breathe. Now, if you're wanting to explore deeper intensity, start to straighten your left leg up towards the ceiling. You might be able to walk your hands to grab your calf, or maybe your ankle or even your toes. But at the same time, you're trying to press the low back to the ground as you're deepening this hip opener. Keep a steady breath. Three more nice deep breaths here. Feel your body letting go, opening up. All right, let's return to the figure four. If the top leg was straight, rebend it. We're going to keep the figure four shape as you place the left foot back on the ground. Open your arms straight out from your shoulders with the palms pressing down. Now using that right heel on the left knee, you're going to pull your knees to the right. So we're moving into a twist in this figure four. Try to let the right knee fall towards the ground, so relaxing. And then left knee will gently be pulling down to the mat with the pressure of your right foot. So I'm feeling this all the way to the front of my left hip flex, even a little into that psoas. And if you want to increase the intensity, you can wiggle your left foot farther back to the left edge of your mat. That might increase the stretch all the way to the front of that left thigh. Otherwise, just stay as you are if you're feeling enough. And then let your head turn towards the left shoulder, opening up the right side of the neck. You're possibly feeling this into your low back area as well. Nice deep breaths here. Three more breaths. And then slowly come out of the twist. Just place both feet on the ground for a moment. Neutralize your spine and hips. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Switch your figure four. Left heel on top of right thigh, letting the left knee open. Stay here if this is enough, or reach underneath the right thigh with both hands and start to pull your right knee towards your chest. But at the same time, you're trying to actively press the low back towards the ground. Keep the head down, shoulders down, breathe. And if you're wanting to increase, start to straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling and maybe walk your hands higher up, calf, ankle, or foot. But still trying to press low back towards the ground. Three more deep, full breaths here. And then returning to figure four, but placing the right foot on the ground in the figure four. Arms open straight out from the shoulders. And then drop both knees to the left. So the left heel is pulling your right knee towards the ground. If that feels enough, stay right here, or to feel more, you can wiggle your right foot back more towards the back edge of your mat. And then you can let your head turn over the right shoulder this time. Just breathing into anything you're feeling in the right side of the body right now. One more deep breath here. And then slowly come out of your twist, unwind from the figure four, placing both feet back down on the ground, just neutralizing hips and spine for a moment. A deep breath in, deep breath out. And then pull your knees back into your chest. This time, either grab one hand on each knee for a happy baby and open the knees wide, or you can reach higher up to either the calves, the ankles, or the feet, maybe even the backs of the thighs. We want to really try to keep the low back pressing down as we start to open knees and feet nice and wide. Getting into our inner hips again. Head down, shoulders down, and if you like, gentle rock side to side, feel free. This happy baby here should be a happy feeling pose. And then go ahead and draw your knees back together. Wrap your arms around the knees and now bring your forehead up towards your knees, curling into a little ball. See if you can tighten your arms around the knees more. Take a nice deep breath in. And with your exhale, open up to a Shavasana, your final resting place of this practice. So legs open nice and wide as you would like to help relax completely here. If you're feeling anything in the low back, you could put a pillow under each knee, and that will offer a little more relief there. And the arms open with a little space away from the body as well, and the palms turn to face up. So allowing the shoulders to relax back and that the heart is just gently elevated, as if the heart is the highest point on the body right now. Allow your eyes to soften completely, your attention to come back into that internal place. So letting go again of any active mind, anything external that takes your attention. Tuning back into your breath and allowing your breath just to become much softer, slower, deeper and deeper within. And just feel like any last bits of tension, discomfort within the physical body are just dissolving into the earth. Any tension, thoughts, emotions not serving you are leaving your existence. Just allow yourself to feel and absorb the healing energies of this powerful full moon upon us. The moon is connected, the moon energy, to our feminine side, which is all about that receptivity and our emotional side, our ability for compassion and love, the sensitivity. So good to develop the fiery aspect, but let's complete in this soft space right here. And deeply connected to our hearts. Let yourself relax. Let yourself be still. Let yourself be fully present right here and now. Just very slowly begin to deepen your breath to a fuller breath. And with this fuller breath, just starting to feel this reawakening within you first. And then bringing that movement and awakening into your physical body, fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Soft shift of the head side to side. And then slowly sweep your arms back behind your head. Stretch your body out nice and long. Take another deep breath in. Nice deep exhale. Bend your knees and just roll to whatever side you're called to. Just noticing what energy is drawing you in today. Right or left side into a fetal pose. So resting your head on your bottom arm, curling the knees towards the chest. Taking a moment just to feel how you feel right now from this practice. And just sealing it in so you can maintain this feeling and this practice off the mat as well. And then keeping the eyes closed, press yourself back up to a comfortable seat. Join your hands together right at the heart, pressing the palms together. Once again, feeling that centering, balancing of the energies, and feeling that connection right at your heart. Sit nice and tall through the spine, a gentle tuck of the chin. Together, we'll take a slow, deep breath through the nose. Gentle, open mouth exhale. I'll close our practice with the sound of Om, and you're welcome to join or just receive. A deep breath in. And then pull your thumbs to meet between the eyes, connecting your heart to mind into that higher place of mind, highest place of self. Let's honor this practice we shared. Let's honor this beautiful full moon tonight and all the energy that it brings to us. And let's honor all beings everywhere equally in divine love and light. Namaste.